I have to keep it together. I have some things that I need to talk about. I have some things that have really, really, really quickly been shoved into a very urgent situation. I will explain all of this. This is going to be long. I have some things that I need to show you. I am really scared right now. All I ask of you guys, okay? This may be the last video you ever watch of me after today. This may be the last day that we see each other because you may not want to come to my channel anymore. And I understand. What I am going to ask of you right now, because this is really urgent and it's very serious, okay? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I have been backed into a corner. I have not wanted to do this. I have been trying to figure out ways to not do this. This is not new. This is something I've been aware of. But some things have come to light in the last few days. And you're not going to like this at all. It's going to be very difficult for you to process this. This has taken me a long time to process what I'm going to show you and what I'm going to say. And I haven't fully processed it yet myself. I'm not trying to be a victim here. I'm not trying to pour me this. I'm not trying to get money out of anybody. This is what's happening. And it's very urgent. And it's serious. And all I ask, this isn't a trash video. This isn't for clicks. This isn't for drama, okay? This is dramatic, but it's not for drama. This is not a trashing somebody video. This is the truth, and I've been threatened with my life, and I have to put this out here, okay? Please stay with me through this video. I'm going to give you everything you need to know, and you're going to make your own decision on it, okay? That's all I ask, is that you stay with me and listen to what I have to say and listen to what you're going to hear. Please do not tune out and go, oh, this is just somebody being trashed. I don't watch trash videos because I don't watch them either. This is not that, okay? This is not that. If you never come back to my channel and if you unsubscribe after today and you never watch me again, that's okay. But please listen to what I have to say. That's all I ask. Okay? And it's going to take a minute. All right. I'm going to turn off the chat. I haven't slept and I can't stay focused right now. I've got some notes that I made. This unfortunately has to be done. Okay? Before I do and play for you what I'm going to play, okay? I'm going to share with you the background before I get into it. You have to know what's been going on and what's happened. I don't even know yet how I want to. As long as I've had to prepare and think about this in my mind, I never thought I would be going forward with this. And so I am all over the place. I am frazzled as hell. I know that everybody loves Tommy. I absolutely fell in love with Tommy. You know it. You saw it. Okay? I don't even know how I want to put this out here for you, but there's a specific story that I want to share before. I think the way I want to do this is share what I want to share with you first, and then I'm going to share some other details after I share it with you. There's a specific story that is very important that you have to understand and know before I show you what I'm going to show you. Tommy has, I just want to say, like, I know some people love him, some people don't. Most of you love us together. I love us together. Tommy has some pretty serious, I would say, rage issues, okay, off camera. Some of you have mentioned it, that you've seen it come through on camera. Some people have seen it recently more. His behavior has changed a lot. I will just say, you don't see everything that we show you on YouTube when it comes to us. And there are a lot of things that I have not shared that are private, and I never intended to. But I will say that Tommy has some serious anger and rage issues. And I have seen that close to since maybe around day one. I've seen it from the beginning. It hasn't scared me away. I mean, I was married to a man that had that. And honestly, I feel like I can handle that. I know that sounds terrible, but it doesn't make me any less attracted or love him. And I knew that I was signing up for that once I found out. This is not what that's about, but I guess I should just get into what I want to share first. Okay. There is a person. Everything I talk about and share today, names have been removed from. I will not dox people. I'm not going to do that. There is a person on the lifeboat that's been around way before me. This person is very close to Tommy. Okay. And I was aware of this. I'm going to refer to her as she, her, all those things. I'm not going to say this person's name. I was aware of it. I knew they were friends. This person way back when, I don't know, what is this, March? Probably when I first moved here in June, really tried to get kind of weirdly close to me. Asked for my phone number. I gave him my phone number, started texting me and saying things like, "How is Tommy today? I know he's upset with what happened." And I would go, "What happened?" And they would go, "Oh, you don't know? Oh, never mind. I'll let him tell you." That kind of stuff. And it was weird. And I know, woman to woman, like, that was just like a manipulation, weird tactic, right? Like, I knew that something wasn't right in the relationship right then and there. And this was about, I think, in June. And Tommy was here with me in June. Okay. So I take the text to him. I'm just laying this out so you guys can kind of have a picture. I take the text to him and he's like, I don't know, like, he kind of denies it. So I text this person back and I say, "I'm kind of aware of what you're doing just as a woman, and that makes me uncomfortable what you did. You're kind of trying to imply that you two are closer than he and I. He shares things with you that he doesn't share with me. Like, I'm kind of hip to what you're doing. I may not be educated in other ways, but I'm pretty smart when it comes to that." And of course, this person was like, "Oh no, I didn't mean anything by that. I'm so sorry." And I was like, yeah. I mean, once you kind of show me your character there, I was like, I know what you did. You know what you did. Let's not make it any more awkward. Okay. So months go by. Now I'm going to fast forward. That was to give you a little bit of a background. Months go by and I go to Tucson, December 12th or 11th, if you guys recall, not that long ago, last December, a couple months ago. Okay. Everybody with me? Tommy and I flew to Tucson and we drove 6 hours to Vegas to go to the Jester trip. While we're in the hotel, I see this person, the same female, is just texting him over and over and over. And I see it. I didn't know this because I don't live with him. So I saw it when I was there. And it really made me feel weird. It was probably in 6 to 8 hours, 15 to 20 texts. It was a lot. And I said to him, I didn't know that person. I named her. I didn't know that you guys were this close. Like, I didn't know she was texting you this much. And he got angry and he was like, leave it alone. How did you even see that? And I was like, I just didn't know. And I feel like I should know that, but okay. It didn't sit well with me, but his rage and anger issues, always, he knows, he's aware. I back off. I don't challenge. And I did this with my ex-husband. Like, if you make yourself big and scary and yell, I always go, okay, cool. I'm not a screamer. Like, let's fight then. So that was like 2 days or a day and a half before we drove back to Tucson. We were not in Vegas very long. Okay. I sit on this and I'm uncomfortable. And I'm like, how am I going to bring this up without him flipping out? But I have to bring it up. Like, it doesn't sit with me. I need to ask questions. So I'm like, in my mind, how am I going to bring this up? How do I finagle this to where, like, it's not going to set him off? So we drove back to Tucson. And about 3 hours into the drive, I'm sitting there on this drive and I'm like, how am I going to bring this up? Like, I'm just like, how am I going to, I have to bring this up. And we have 3 more hours to go. Like, this is a good time to bring it up. So I feel like I just heard a car door. I bring it up and I say these words. I do hear a car door. I think it's a delivery person, but my dogs may bark. If I do, I guess I'll hit mute for a second. I'm sorry, you guys. This is so disturbing for me. I've been pushed into doing this, and I'm very out of sorts. So, sorry. I can't feel my fucking fingers. I'm so cold. I don't know why I'm so cold. I bring it up 3 hours in and I say these words. I feel like there's more to this person's name I name. And I say, I feel like there's more to this situation. And I feel like I don't know about it. Like, you've kept it from me. Tommy drives a car that has the digital speedometer. Immediately, it says 103 miles an hour. He just starts going so fast. And he was like, fuck you. So I'm a fucking liar. What the fuck? How could you call me a liar? And he starts flipping out. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, please slow the car down. Like, I just want to know. Like, I just want to know. I don't want you to do this. Like, please don't behave like this. And he was like, so I'm a liar? So I'm a liar. And I was like, Tommy, stop. Like, I just want to ask you questions. I can't ever fucking ask you anything without you like he just flips, right? So I was like, I'm doing this. And I was like, just never mind. Just slow the car down. Never mind. And he screamed for like a good 20, maybe 15 minutes. And I just said, I'm sorry I brought it up. I'm sorry I brought it up. I won't bring it up again. I'm sorry I brought it up. And he was like, kid, I just wish you understand that, like, you don't know how to communicate. And if you would have asked me in a different way, you called me a liar. And I listened to that for about 15 minutes. And he was like, you just don't know how to talk to people. And it's because your background, and you just fucking set people off. And you just don't know how to address things because of your background in Scientology. And I was like, okay, sounds good. So we get back to Tucson, and we didn't talk for 2 days on that trip after that at his house. We streamed together. We did the gesture streams. That was it. We didn't speak outside of that. He would not talk to me. So the morning, 2 days went by. We didn't talk. I think by the time we did finally talk, I think it was Monday or Tuesday. And when we did finally start talking, it was just regular stuff, like back to normal. Didn't bring that up. I didn't bring it up. It was like just regular talk. And I was like, I'm just going to keep things even keeled till I can go home. Like I won't bring this up again. The morning that I'm leaving, we were out in his car. We were driving back to his house to get my luggage to go to the airport. We were about 2 minutes maybe from his house. And he said on the road, he said, kid, you realize you ruined this entire trip with blank, blank, her first and last name. He goes, you ruined the whole trip over your, he said, irrational jealousy. And he said, I hope that you understand that you destroyed this entire trip. Like we didn't even get to really enjoy each other because you ruined it. And I said, yep. I ruined it. I'm sorry. You're right. I ruined it. I said, I know that you're ready for me to go home. And I said, honestly, I really want to just get out of here. Well, once again, that just lit a fire immediately. And this was probably one of the worst scenarios I'd seen. This was worse than driving back from Vegas. Okay. He starts screaming in this car. You want to get away from me? You got it. Fuck you. He starts screaming. He hits the brakes at his driveway, gets out of the car, and he goes, he called me the C word. And he said, he got in my face and he said, you have 5 fucking minutes to get your shit, get an Uber and get the fuck out of my house, get out of my life. And I never want to talk to you again. And I was like, I cannot believe this is like, my body was just like, at this point, I was like, I can't do this. Like, I can't deal with this. So he gets in my face again. He goes, 5 minutes. I'm counting now. Get your shit and get the fuck out of my house. Get yourself an Uber and get the fuck away from me. You're never going to come back here. You'll never talk to me again. Get your fucking shit and get out. I'm like this at this point. I was in his driveway. His mom and his brother are in the house. And I said, I can't. I've been here for a week. I have been here 7 days. I can't get my stuff in 5 minutes. And he said, then you better get what you can. And you're going to have to leave the rest behind. You're fucking out of here. So I had a bag in the car, the current, in the situation we were in. He pulls this bag out of the car and he throws it at my face. And I caught it at my face. And I pulled the bag down and I just started bawling. And I mean bawling. I couldn't control my fucking emotions. And he went to the door and I was standing at the edge of where the garage door was. And he turned around and he goes, and he went, oh, fuck. And I said, what now? And I had blood pouring out of my nose. I had blood just coming down my shirt, down my neck. And I didn't know because I was crying so hard. I thought it was tears. I didn't know. And he was like, fuck. He goes, your fucking nose is bleeding. And I said, oh my God, I just want to go home. I just want to go home. Like, I'll get my stuff. I just want to go home. I'll get the Uber. I was like, just let me get my shit and get the fuck out of here. So he takes me inside to the front door. And Johnny was standing there. And Johnny goes, dude, did you hit her? And he goes, no, I didn't hit her. And I just was like, I got to get some paper towels. So we go to the kitchen. And his mom was in the kitchen. And his mom looked at me. And she goes, oh my God, did you hit her? And I was like, why is this our first reaction if this guy's never put hands on a woman? It was kind of freaking me out. And I said, just give me some ice and some paper towels. So I did this and I went into the bedroom to get my stuff. And I was hysterical. I'm sorry, I can't fucking, this is so upsetting. I knew at this point that I was in trouble. I knew at this point that this is bad. This is bad. And he comes into the bedroom, and my nose bled for like 40 minutes. It wouldn't stop bleeding. It just would not fucking stop. And I'm like trying to do this and pack so that I can get it to stop. And he comes in and he says, kid, I'll drive you to the airport. Just get your shit. He was like, calm down. I'll drive you to the airport. And I said, okay, that's fine. Let's just, I just, in my mind, I was like, I just want to get out of here. I just have to get the fuck home. I just want to get out of here. So, he drives me to the airport. And on the drive to the airport, he's like, calm. And I'm trying not to cry. And I'm just, and he like put his hand on me and he goes, kid, he's like, this is for your own good. I wish you understood what a terrible person you are, how you talk to people. And he was like, this is on you. He was like, even in the car, he was like, I wish that you understood the way that you addressed me, how you want to get away from me. He was like, you don't say that to people that you love. And I was like, that's fine. I'm sorry. I said, I'm really sorry. You're right. Like, you're right. You're right. And I'm just like, get me to the airport, just please. And I said, you can just drop me off. Just drop me off. We got there. And I said, please, Tommy, just drop me off. You're like, you don't. And he goes, no, I'll come in with you. And I said, oh, okay. Like, I am here. So at least I'm like, I'm leaving. Right. So he takes me in and we sit down on a little seat and we're talking and I'm calm and he's calm. And he's like, I'm sorry. I feel like you don't understand how you address people. And he was like, I just wish you'd work on that. And I said, okay, no, totally. You're right. Like, you're right. I am rough. Like I'm unpolished. You're right. Fair. Right. So I got to my second, it was 2 flights. So the second flight, my layover flight was in Houston or Dallas. I can't remember which. And he called me. He texted me and said, are you there? And I said, yes. And he called me and he said, this was, I don't know what day this was. I think this was like December 18th, maybe 19th, somewhere in there. And he calls me and he says, I need you to get, first he said, I need to be there on New Year's Eve. It's very important that I be in Bug Tussle on New Year's Eve. And I said, Tommy, that's in like 10 days. I don't think that's a good idea. After what just happened, I think we need to cool it. And he's like, no, you're right. I'm sorry for how I behaved. You're right about the blank lady, first and last name. He goes, I'm sorry for that, but I have to be there on New Year's Eve. It's really important that I be there. It has to be, like, we have to. And I was like, okay, fine. Then come on New Year's Eve. And he goes, well, we don't get paid for another few days. I need you to put it on a credit card. I need you to get me a ticket. This is not the first time that's happened. I've totaled up now. I think it's around $3,500, $4,000 that he's borrowed from me on credit cards. I've never gotten my money back. So I say, I can't do that. I cannot put any more money on a credit card. I can't keep doing this. And he goes, please, I'm going to pay you back in literally like 72 hours. I just need you to do it to get me there. It'll be cheaper if you do it today than if I do it in 3 days. And I'm sorry, I have to do this. So I go, okay. I said, if you can pay me back, because I've put so much money on credit cards at this point for you, I can't afford to pay it back. And I did it. And it was around, I'd have to go look on my credit card bill. I think it was around $800, the ticket. So I bought the ticket. So he comes on New Year's Eve and things are pretty good. He proposed in front of everybody and you know, everybody was really excited about that. I was excited about that. And in my mind, this entire time that he's here, I think he was here for 2 weeks, I'm still thinking of what happened in Tucson. Like, that's very, very unresolved for me, obviously, right? It's very unresolved what happened in the car and how he was so defensive about that woman. And I'm still not cool with it. Well, I'm about to admit to something that you're not going to be shocked about, but I'm not proud of. 3 days. Was it 2 days? 2 days, I think, before he left here, I went live. I was sitting here. I ended my stream and I went into my bedroom. He had started modding on Johnny's channel. After I went live, Johnny went live. So he's laying on my bed modding and he falls asleep. And what happens when you have YouTube open? Your phone doesn't close. And so I'm laying there going, this is an opportunity for me to go through this phone. And if anybody knows me, I'm a sleuth. I mean, I hate to violate people's privacy, but the way I looked at it here was, I asked you, I gave you an opportunity in the car to own up to whatever it is. And you snapped at me. So I literally said a prayer to God. And I said, if this man wakes up while I'm going through this phone, I'm dead. So I sat there checking my pulse, shaking like a leaf. And I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go through the phone. And I got my phone ready to take pictures of whatever it is that I found. And I pulled up only texts from this individual. I didn't go through the rest of his texts. I didn't go through the rest of his phone. I only went through that portion because that's what I was interested in. That's what my mind has been just swirling about, right? Like, what is it between these two? I have to know. He wouldn't tell me, and I have to know. So I went through it. And what I found destroyed me. Absolutely just ruined me. I was so upset what I saw. What he said about me to this person and what this person said about me. I just fucking hate it so much. This broke me. I was willing to do anything for him. I was willing to be punched in the face if that were to happen. I can take abuse. I can't take what I saw. And once I saw it, it ruined me. It just ruined everything. And that's why the last few weeks that we've been streaming together, everybody has said, the chemistry's off. What is going on? You can tell. I can't fake this anymore. I cannot fake anymore what I saw. I can't unsee what I saw. I hate this. I hate what he said. He never loved me. This man never loved me. And I'm going to prove it to you. And it's going to be really hard to hear. Okay? But stay with me. And I'm going to show you some of these pictures that I took of the phone. The biggest one that shocked me the most. This is a picture of a phone, by the way. This is my sheets are in the background because we're on the bed. Okay? This is what I saw that really troubled me the most. This is the person saying, many blessings, your bossy friend. Congratulations. You can see Johnny up at the top because he was modding. That's the YouTube app open. And it says, I want more than anything for all of us to have a wonderful year. 2025 is scripted. We just need to not mess it up. That's really important. What does 2025 is scripted mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? It means that I'm a fucking joke, is what that means. That I'm a con. 2025 is scripted. We just need to not mess it up. The show's working. 2025 is scripted. We just need to not mess it up. The show's working. How could that not be? I mean, we know what that means. I didn't know that about me. I really thought this person was into me. I'm going to show you some other texts just because, but that's the main one. Hold on. The problem is I don't know how to do this because I'm really, really bad at it. Okay, let's just... Oh, there's a lot more to this, sweet peep. These are just text pictures I took. It's okay. Sorry, my live cut out and I figured you were done. I just haven't talked with you as much. As I said, I can text you less until you get home if that's better for you. That's better for you. Just let me know when you're home. And he put, don't be silly. How are you feeling this morning? Feeling awkward with you? Did I do something wrong? Texting you too much? Just busy? Want me to stop till you get home? This was all when I was there. I'm good. I've realized that I love you and Reese loves you. It's just different. Don't stress your heart over me, my friend. I'm okay. I'm just your bossy sister and close friend. I was surprised by the proposal. I shouldn't have been. It has made me afraid that you would not want me in my 5 and you wouldn't want me in yours. I really do want peace of some sort with Reese. I don't ever want to be a cause of conflict between you. Love to you both. Do I get to come to the wedding? If there is one, absolutely. So far, it's a video. Long way to go. So far, so good. Can I come to the wedding? If there is one, absolutely. So far, it's a video. Long way to go. So I'm a con, and I know this now. Apparently, there wasn't going to be a wedding, but I didn't know that because 2025 is fucking scripted. You won't mess it up. Just remember, I'm ride or die with you for better or worse. Tell congratulations. And he says, good, because I need you happy. This is another woman that he's talking to. I don't know about you women out there, but I'm not cool with this. This is the text that was the most damning. I want more than anything for all of us to have a wonderful year. 2025 is scripted. We just need to not mess it up. The show's working. Are you okay? Maybe I can help. I could use a little help myself. Is there a way for us to talk? Aren't this working out as you hope? I thought you were in Tennessee. What are you doing there? I meant Tennessee. It shows you how fucked up my head is. I'm at Reese's house. Are you okay? This is killing me because I'm in Florida with Reese. That's where he says, I meant Tennessee. I just want everyone to not hate each other or feel threatened. I told you I was going to work with Reese. I'm going to do the whole shooting match. This is literally fucking killing me. I can do nothing right. You don't have to call. I don't want to piss off Reese. I'll let you know what happens tomorrow. Just pray for me. Thanks. I hope everything goes well. I'll check in on you. And I'll check in on you. Pen pals. When are you going to see Reese? How long do you expect to stay? Tomorrow and 10 days. She's on the airplane. Listen, so this part is back when I was in Tucson. And this is how Tommy feels about me when I was in Tucson. Okay. That's why I told the Tucson story, to give you a background. She's on the airplane on the way home, and I could take a couple fucking deep fucking breaths. The sad thing is everybody wants this gesture. I think he meant gesture stuff like we're killing it. There's so much money in it, but God help us. She needs care. She's on the airplane on the way home, and I could take a couple of deep fucking breaths. The sad thing is everybody wants this gesture stuff like we're killing it. There's so much money in it, but God help us. She needs care. Atwood is on Thursday. I'm currently getting rid of Reese. Talk to you when I get done with the airport. How are you doing? She's gone. Currently getting rid of Reese. Currently getting rid of Reese. Is that how you talk about the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with? Does she have a specific reason for not liking us being friends, or does she just not like me? Why should she care? Who knows? Because she's crazy, I'm guessing. Who knows? Because she's crazy. It should be a little easier. You will do it from separate states. Take some deep breaths. Does she have a specific reason for not liking us being friends? So my heart broke into, no, this woman is not his sister. Not even close. No. So my heart broke into pieces. And when I saw these, I thought, how do I bring this up? I couldn't bring it up that I was suspicious about it. How am I supposed to bring up that I went through your phone? And I thought, I can't. There's no way I can bring this up. So I didn't sleep. And the next day went by. And as the night came, that was the night I was going to have to get up at 5 a.m. to take him to the airport. And I thought, I'm going to bring it up tonight. And that way, if he flips out, I'm taking him to the airport in a few hours. Like that should be okay. So I'm sitting there thinking, how do I bring this up again? And I just did. I just thought, okay, just do it. Again, say a prayer to God and just do it. So I bring it up. And he immediately flipped out and said, how did you go through my phone? And he went like this. And he said, how the fuck did you get the code to my phone? And I said, are you going to hit me right now? And he went, how did you get the code to my phone? So he never put hands on me, but he did that. And he said, how did you get the code to my fucking phone? And he's screaming. And he's like, you fucking cunt. You fucking cunt. I'm going to fucking kill you. And Huxley's in the house. And I tell Huxley, it's okay. I got this under control. And I shut the door. And he says, how the fuck can you look me in the eye and tell me you went through my phone? As a prisoner, as a felon, my number one boundary is freedom. He goes, I had everything taken away from me. My number one thing is freedom. Number one. And you broke that boundary and you knew you broke it and you fucking did it. And you violated my privacy. And I, for once, stuck up for myself. And I said, your boundary is freedom? Your number one boundary? Guess what my number one boundary is? Being with a man who cheats on me emotionally with somebody else, knowing that I got divorced because I was cheated on. How does it feel to break my number one boundary? Because that's weird that I broke your number one fucking boundary because you broke my number one fucking boundary. And I gave you the choice to talk about it in the car. But then you chose to go 103 miles an hour instead and throw a fucking fit. So you broke my boundary too. So the next part of this story is where it's going to get really ugly for you guys, and I hope that you stick around. I want to say something before I say this. I never recorded Tommy once. I don't record people unless I feel like I'm at risk. I don't just record people. But what I did next, while he was here, I thought, I got him calm. He was sitting on the toilet in my bathroom. And I thought, I'm going to take this opportunity before he leaves, because I'm never going to see this man again. And I'm going to take the opportunity to ask about this whole thing. And I'm just going to see where it goes. And I hit record and I put my phone in my pocket. And I'm going to play that for you guys right now. And it's 30 minutes long. And I hope that you listen, because there is the most shocking. Once you hear this, you won't. I don't have to make Tommy look bad, is what I'm saying. Tommy is doing this to himself. And I have battled with this. I've had this recording for a while. And I didn't want to share this recording because I don't want to destroy people's lives. I don't get off on doing exposés on people and showing stupid shit about people's past. It's not my channel. I don't do that. I'm not a troll. I don't want to bully people. Before I share this audio with you, I have something I want to say. I have to share it. The reason that I have to fucking share it, the reason that I'm now in the hot seat, because I know all the trolls and haters are watching right now going, you're just trying to get yourself away from him because there's a big hate video that came out on you guys a few days ago, and you're just trying to slip out of this. I don't know how many of you know. I've been sitting on this for 6 or 7, 8 weeks now, and I have not been myself since I heard this audio that night. And I don't have people I can run to and trust and go, hey, listen to this. I'm scared. Believe it or not, this is an incredibly, incredibly horrible audio. And I sat there and I thought, who can I trust? Who can I trust? I have to talk to somebody about this. Who can I talk to about this? Who knows him that I could maybe talk to? Well, the person I thought of on February 3rd, okay, was Alan, Tommy's ex-best friend who now hates Tommy and hates me by association. Alan doesn't have a YouTube channel. And I thought, I know this is crazy because he hates us, but I'm going to ask Alan for help. Like, I was fucking desperate. I was like, maybe I can talk to Alan. Maybe I can trust this guy. Like, maybe I thought maybe I could call him and explain what's happening to me and just ask for advice and say, you know him on a deeper level. You're a man. Like, maybe, do I need to be afraid? Like, what should I do? So I reach out to Alan and I send, I don't know what I'm doing. I send this. I know this looks crazy coming from me. I need to talk to you and I need your help. He blocked me. He didn't respond. So I was so desperate, I asked one of my mods to reach out to him. I said, can you please reach out and tell him it's really serious? He wrote her back and said, I don't want to get involved with any of this bullshit. And about 4 days ago, a hate video came out on me and Tommy, which is fine. Do all the videos you want. Show the text that I cheated on my husband. I don't care. It doesn't speak to my character like you think it does. The first thing that they put up is this. And they go, looks like she reached out for help and ridiculed me, criticized me, and most importantly, doxed me. So if you give a fuck about all those women that you say you care about, and all those women being threatened by Tommy, and they're so scared to come forward, maybe you should have seen that fucking help request and honored it before you ridiculed me and doxed me and put that out there and laughed at me for it. Because you put me in danger by doing that. Just maybe, instead of laughing and saying, like, you're a part of this, maybe I'm also one of those women, but I'm not able to talk because I'm being threatened and I didn't know what to do. So maybe you fucking should have thought of that before you put out my request for help and laughed at me for it. You can laugh at everything else about me. You can make fun of my makeup. You can make fun of, I slept with Tommy before when I was married to Jeff and I lied to my audience. Of course, that's how affairs work. But when a woman asks for help, you might just want to consider that. Maybe you could have taken the opportunity on your video to say, Reese, if this is real and you really need help, reach out to us. Call 911. You didn't even respond to it. You didn't do anything. You put that out there, and then guess what happened? Johnny and Tommy saw it. And Johnny called me yesterday and said, well, let's see.
Hey, listen, my brother just drove out of here like the law was chasing him. Is there something I need to know about? You're not going to like blow him up and destroy him online or something, are you? If you are, will you please do me a favor and let me know about it?
So then Johnny calls me and he says, what is it that you have that you're going to try to share or out us on? Do you have anything on me? So thanks to that video they did, I was doxxed. Seems to be a common thing for me. And I said, I do have, I said, Johnny, I've been sitting on this. Your brother is insane. I said, your brother's been threatening me. I said, I've been trying not to put this out there, but he's done things to me. And Johnny said to me, so you're going to try to destroy us. And he said, am I a part of it? And I said, you're a part of it because of your brother. I don't want to throw you under the bus. I have no intentions of harming you. But the audio I have tells all from your brother. And he goes, really? You have an audio of my brother trashing me? And I said, yes, I do. In your own brother's voice and words. I don't have to do it for you. You'll hear it. And he goes, if you think that you're going to trash me, he goes, if you do anything to destroy me, my brother will be on a plane and he's coming for you. Good luck. So now this is going to put things in motion because these fucking people, I don't care. You're just a bully. All that channel is now is turned into bullying, which is fascinating because she shut her channel down because she was getting bullied, but now she's the bully, which is fine. I know who I am. But the next time you want to speak for the women and say that it's for the women, and we worry about these women that Tommy's threatened, maybe when a woman calls out for help a month ago, you shouldn't put it up there because it really put me in danger. I've had to go to the police. It's really, really put me and my son in danger. What is doxed? Doxed means outed somebody without, you told on them. That's what she did. She put my cry for help out and doxed me. So I'm going to play this audio now. I hope that you'll stay with me. This is not a hate video. I have to put this out here. I've been living with it. I cannot live with it anymore. And I'm not a part of this. I can't be a part of this. This is how Tommy feels about all of you. This pertains to every single one of you. I want you to know that. This isn't about me, this video. This is about his women on YouTube. And he clearly states how he uses women to con them on YouTube. He goes into extreme detail about how he does it. And this is unfortunate. But I'm going to play this audio now. And it's about 30 minutes long. And I'm not going to stop it. We're going to sit through it. And I hope that that's okay with you. I hope that you'll listen to this because this is in his words. I don't have to do anything to make Tommy look bad. He needs to be stopped from doing this because I learned it about 8 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, whenever that was. And I can't live with anything knowing that. I can't. I don't know how to, I've not known how to, I've sat on this going, maybe I don't have to put it out. Maybe I don't need to tell the world. This is kind of one of those things when people break up or somebody cheats on somebody. Like, I don't necessarily think you should take that to YouTube. That's my opinion. This is different than that because this pertains to every single one of you. And I mean that. And I've been fighting myself for weeks going, I need to tell these women, but it puts my life at risk. I have to tell these women, but it puts me at risk. What do I do? This is going to put me and Huxley at risk. But these people need to know what they're in for. Well, once she did that video, it really pushed things and put me in the hot seat. So I'm playing the video now, and here we go. I have this phone in my pocket. There's water dripping in the background. There's a lot going on, just so you know.
No, you leave your phone open when you're on YouTube. I don't know your codes. I don't want to know your codes. I could easily know your codes.
Fuck, you don't. What does it fucking matter?
So you do this because you're conning people, just so I'm clear.
What difference does it make why I'm doing this?
I do have to stop it for a minute and say, there's a lot, this sounds edited because he says this woman's name probably 50 times, and I have had the name removed. I've had her location removed. He talks about that, and he talks about a drug here in a minute that she takes, a pill. And I don't want that even in there. This is her history. It's her life. And as much as I don't like this woman, she's a victim in all of this. Okay. So I'm not going, you're going to hear a lot of silence in between gaps because he says her name repeatedly. And I'm not going to dox this person because it's very serious to do that. Okay. So I want you guys to, before you hear this, you're going to hear a lot of blank spaces. It's because I'm not going to reveal anything about her. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is so you can hear what he has to say about his audience and how he truly feels about women. It's very telling what he says about these women. Okay.
I was doing it because I was fucking conning her, and she is mentally unstable, like very few people I do. In the time that I've known her, she's been hospitalized 5 times. Twice because she fell after eating a handful of fucking, and the other 2 were because she ate so much of it that they had to fucking give her chemicals to bring her back out. She's gonna overdose and die, and I'd like it not to be on me if I could fucking avoid that.
And that's been going on for a couple of years?
No, in the beginning, she was actually fairly fucking stable. And then she had an episode with this dude, and I don't know what happened. Honestly, she's not ready to fucking come clean. Something happened with her, and I don't know if it's physical, emotional, but there was a breaking point with this woman where she called me and said, I'm thinking of taking an option. I said, go ahead. It's why you have them, so that when you're stressed out, you take them. It's a prescription. You don't take them every day. I see no reason with you not taking 2 milligrams of oxygen. She ended up taking 14 milligrams of oxygen, right? Which stopped her ticker. And I said, I can't work with you anymore. I can't work with people who try to take their lives, right? Because I'm not good enough for this. right? I'm a fucking weekend hack that talks to people about getting sober. I'm not a fucking doctor. She assured me it wasn't trying to take her life. She didn't realize how many she had took. The second time it happened, she took 6 milligrams, fell down and took 4 stitches in her head, right? The woman's a fucking unstable piece of shit. She also happens to be really rich.
You know, I mean,
I got somebody 2 years ago for $30K, and maybe you'll hear about it someday. It's a chick. But I didn't fucking tell her I loved her. I didn't do any of that. I fucking conned her.
okay. You do realize that she is conning you back by being manipulative about the, because she talks about it a lot. She does like that weird ex-girlfriend thing, like, oh, I'm just going to slit my wrist if you don't call me back. Like, she does that. I assume you're aware of that, right? Because she talks about it a lot. I'm just telling you that because she's manipulating the shit out of you.
No shit. Yeah. My brother's willing to take that heat for the amount of money that this woman will put up, because honestly, he could use that kind of money, and he's a scumbag who will happily milk her. And I'm not fucking comfortable doing it. I could hit her for 10 grand a month. I'm not comfortable being the dude I used to be. And I couldn't figure out a way out of this fucking thing. And I honestly sat down and figured it out on paper. I even wrote down literally the bridge. The bridge.
Do you think if you just stop talking to her, she'd herself? Is she that tied to you?
No, she won't herself. But she'll go on a bender. And in that bender, she's going to get hurt. And she talks to 40 people on the lifeboat. And then I'm going to get the Tommy blew her off. She did so much drugs she needed fucking, I can't.
Do you consider her a true friend?
Oh my Christ, no. The woman knows nothing about me. Nothing. Nothing that hasn't been on a video. I've never had a conversation with her where I share something from my life, with the exception of losing my fucking mind and being honest with her on fucking the day that...
She was upset that we got engaged, Tommy.
I would imagine she was.
Is that because you think she's in love with you?
No.
You don't believe that?
That she's in love with me?
Yeah.
Not in the sense of the word that you think. She doesn't have any desire for me to move to and move in. That's not even in the back of that crazy woman's mind. She'd like somebody other than a therapist who's cool as shit. And as far as she's concerned, I'm cool as shit. She's never made an even slightly overt sexual, never made any reference.
I mean, I don't know because I don't know because you've talked to her for 2 years. But I do want to make that clear. It's not that. But she is, like you just said, it's like a platonic thing or something, but she is in love with you, no question. And it is slightly not platonic because she is upset that you're with me.
She's upset because I'm with you, because like a dumb fucker, and I know better than this. But I fucking went off on how much I hurt. For an hour and a half, I talked about how what you did hurt me. So when I came back and started getting back together, it would be like Johnny saying to me, I'm going to get back together with my ex-wife. And I would go, you're going to do fucking what? I mean, are you fucking kidding me? That's what happened.
So you put yourself in the position of doing that.
Yeah, I fucking talked to her for 2 fucking hours the day that I left here. And you know what? It could have been anybody else, and I'm probably lucky I couldn't get a relative of mine on the phone. Thank God.
Well, they know now.
They have no idea. People don't forgive.
I'm just telling you, she's very emotionally manipulative.
No shit.
I've been telling you that.
Did I ever argue that point with you?
I don't know, because it's such a touchy subject, honestly.
I have never argued that point. I know I'm being fucking manipulated. Call Johnny. You guys are tight. Text him and ask him what I've said about her. No prep, right? I haven't talked to Johnny. Ring him up.
The only thing Johnny said to me about it was in Tucson. He came up to me when you were live, and he said, do not let this be a problem. You must have said something to him.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I know why he said it. Remember the 3 of us were sitting on the couch and I brought it up? I know what she looks like. I'm not worried about you cheating. I know you're not a cheater. The thing that bothers me is the thing that you've always said bothers you. Talking to someone, what do you always say to me? I want to be that person for you.
Find what I said in this phone where I talked to this woman in a relationship. Go ahead, I'll open it up for you.
No.
Seriously, I'll give you the whole fucking thing. Here's the... Find where I opened up. Show me where I'm having a relationship with her. I'm a fucking counselor to a fucking psycho. Read that and show me someplace where I'm opening up and talking about the things going on in my life, right? Find in there, and you'll find it. You go back far enough, you'll find 3 places where I talk to her about what's going on in my life, and at the end of every one of them, you know what happens? Without me asking for it, she sends $5K. If I'm saying anything to her, it's because I'm fucking working her. And it's the way scumbags do. You want to know how a guy works you? I'll tell you, just in case, right? You say something like, how you doing? Not bad. Something's up with the car. I mean, it's nothing big. It just makes this weird fucking noise, like a thump, 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 thump in the front. I have no idea what it is. Because what I'm doing is, I'm setting her up for Friday on Monday, right? Because on Friday, she's going to text me, and I'll wait for her to text. And I'll say I'm in a fucking parking lot with my fucking car dead, and she'll put $5 fucking grand on the wire, and I won't ask for it. So if the feds ever come, or anybody ever comes, the bitch I took for $30K didn't ask for. Never. I just
Who is that?
conned them. You don't know her name. She's from another country. And we had nothing of a relationship. She sent money because she believed in what the
Did she text you like you?
This is fucking so bad. She's a rapid cycle bipolar fucking lunatic. So we had very normal conversations that were very much like people in my life were asking for help until she would go manic. And then I would have 7,000 texts in 24 hours, and they were fucking...
Where is she now?
I would assume in our...
You don't talk to her?
I blocked her. And I said to her, I don't want to do this. You've been so helpful for the boat. She just... And it wasn't about me.
Was she in love with you?
Oh, yeah. But absolutely more overtly than likely an overt act. This woman was in love with me, which is why I blocked her. But I gave her so many chances and documented it, but...
You know what it is? I think me even just knowing everything you just said, I mean, you're going to make your decision on what you're doing, but I have to tell you I appreciate your honesty. That's all I wanted from you when we were driving back from Vegas. If you would have just said to me, I'm working her, like, I really thought you guys were best friends. That's what was hurting me.
Have you ever heard her voice?
I feel like I heard it once in Kansas City when you guys were on the phone, but I can't remember.
You know that you come here often. I'm not being funny. The point, I couldn't fuck with Ash, but I couldn't be a fucking friend that could talk to her on the phone either. It's like fucking nails rubbing up and down.
But I didn't know that. I thought you guys were truly friends.
I did tell you, whether you believe it or not, that this woman is not my friend. I've never once said Lisa is my friend. A woman on the lifeboat that I work, and I said this to you. I said, I don't fucking correspond. I can tell you every problem in this woman's life. She could tell you about the fight we had here, because I talked to her about it, and I shouldn't have. But even before that, and even before you, the woman never hit on me. Ever.
Why did you make it seem like I'm such a bitch over in Tucson, though? That was a month ago.
You have no idea.
Let me ask you, does it help the con? Like, does it help conning her if you continue to feed into it and be like, this fucking woman?
This is how you go from, I hate her and I hope she fucking dies in a car wreck on her way home, which is about where I left it, to, I want to spend the rest of my life with this chick, right? You transitioned. You build a fucking bridge. It's how the con works. This is a long con. I've taken her for 15 fucking grand. Plus, I shouldn't say that. It's probably 20 or 25 by now. There's 3 loads of 5, and I don't know how much other money, but it's probably closer to 25 grand that I've taken from her in 2 years. This is a long fucking con, and it requires stroking the fucking person. And I'm not conning anybody else in my life. There's nobody else I'm doing any cons.
You're not?
No, the money started getting to the point where I could fucking sustain. And if it didn't, I'd pick one off from the herd and
How often does she give you money? Every month?
No, when I need it. But she consistently puts $400 a month on over the course of a month in super chats or whatever. No, when I need money, I don't even ask. And then when she sends it, I bitch. Because that's what a good con artist does. What are you doing? I'm sending this back. I've sent it back twice. Where I just whip the fucking cash back. I'm not taking your fucking money. Doing this. She turns around, sends it back. Because if you're a good fucking con artist, when they fucking call the cops are going to go, he sent the money back 3 fucking times? This guy ripped you off? You threw money at him.
Could she call the cops on you for
Anybody
that?
can call the cops on you. But the law says this. The law says, if you give it to me, you can't change your mind later and go back and say, hey, I gave him $150,000. And I didn't get anything. What did he tell you he was going to give you for it? Nothing. Did you have a text message? No, because if you say to somebody, give me this 150 and I'm going to do this, you're a con man, you're going to prison. But if you just continue to talk, and the person, I've never asked her for $1. I didn't ask the other bitch for any money either. And she sent 15 and 17.
And there's nobody else you're doing that with?
Nope. Not that it matters. But no, there's nobody else in my fucking life that I'm doing this to. I would imagine some point I'll have to.
Why?
Well, because I'm not going to be doing anything more with Sean. I'm fucking done with those people. And it's going to end up, I don't know, maybe I'll continue to grow. We'll see what happens. And I'm not going to lie to you. The first time I took her, I didn't need the money. But you weren't in my fucking life. And this is what I've done since I was born. And it was so fucking easy. And it was just sitting there. And then I looked her up and saw what she was fucking worth. And I was like, fucking, who cares, man? Honestly, to peel this fucking bitch isn't going to hurt her.
Is she really wealthy?
You have no fucking clue. She doesn't even feel what she sends. Nothing.
Like millions?
Yeah. Yeah. She inherited, I think, 5.5 from her mother. Her house is paid off in cash, so she's probably got $4 million in the bank. And it's in investments and everything
How many kids does she have?
2, and they don't really talk. She has a son and a daughter. And she takes care of both of them. If they need money, she just whips it out to them. But when you got $4 million in the bank and your kid needs $5,000 5 times a year, it's just not fucking putting a dent. The interest isn't even fucking up. And I want to tell you something. I could take the house. I could have this bitch hand me everything when she dies. I'm not kidding you, but I'm not that fucking dude.
She's not that old.
She also ain't gonna make it another 5 years.
How, is she your age?
She's way older than I am. She's 10 or 15 years older than me.
That would be 70. She doesn't look that old.
If she's not 70, she'll be 70 in a couple of years. She's right at that. She's about 15 years older than I.
I would have guessed her to be like 55.
Not even fucking close. And she smokes 2 packs of fucking cigarettes a day. And has been her entire life. No, I could have gotten everything, and I could do this to 40 other people, but I'm not a con man anymore, whether you believe that or not. I
don't think you are. Even I don't think you are. I just wanted the whole picture, and I understand it now. And if you had told me that on that drive, which obviously I didn't approach it well, but I just want the truth.
It was the 5th fucking thing brought up in that car. It was one fight after another. And after we were ready to tear each other's heart out, you decided to start talking about...
I remember fighting before that.
We started fighting inside the hotel because I said to you, can I help you get this or whatever? And you're like, I gotta get out of here now.
Oh, the Jester stuff, sure.
Yeah, well,
but I wasn't mad at you.
But you didn't tell me that. You stormed out of the place, didn't say a word to me. So when we got in the car, I went, what just happened? And then you barked at me again. I had to get out of there. And I was like, holy fuck.
Well, you've done that to me before.
I'm telling you what happened in the
car.
I
know, I'm just saying, I wasn't mad at you.
Well,
I was freaking out. I was worried that you were going to get arrested. That's what I was worried about.
That's not how it was coming across. You didn't say, I'm worried that you were getting arrested.
I think I was in my head pretty hardcore, if you remember. I was freaked out. And I got really freaked out when you tried to go live and your stream cut out. And I was like, we got to get the hell out of here. I always am worried about you because you have a record. I'm afraid they're going to do something to you.
That's not what you said, though.
Okay, well, that's what I was thinking. That's what I'm always thinking. You absolutely, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm just telling you, you can believe it or not. I don't long term give 2 shits about your phone. If I gave a shit about your phone, guess what I would have done? Gone through other text messages. I went straight for legal. That's all I did. Because that's the answer I wanted. I don't believe you're doing other things. I didn't go through your messenger app. I didn't go through your photos. I didn't do all that fine-tooth comb shit. I had questions about. It was not your phone. I didn't look at any other texts. I don't care. It's her that I was caring about. It was incredibly wrong, but I also felt like I was right. I hate that she hates me and tells you that, and you have to appease her.
Did you keep reading? Did you get to the part where that fucking stopped from her, or did you miss that?
The part where you said I'm marrying this girl, you said I'm going full bore or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought it was great until I stopped when she said, can I come to the wedding? You said, if there is one. Right now it's just a show.
Fucking bridge. Do you understand?
No, I didn't, because I don't think I could con man, Tommy.
Well, I'm trying to explain it to you.
I know you are, but you have to understand, I didn't understand that part.
And you wouldn't have if I tried to explain it to you beforehand either.
You would have.
No,
yes, because you just explained it to me and it made total sense, but I don't think that way. I don't even know how to con people. I don't know what that means. I'm sure we've all done it, right? Like subconsciously.
I don't know. I've never done it subconsciously.
Okay. Well, you said it yourself. She's a mark. Isn't that the same thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I picked the crowd. I researched 4 other people, looked at their properties, saw what they drove, right? That kind of shit. I picked because recently, fuck you money, set it on fire money, right? I don't want to rip off somebody that makes $100,000 a year, right? I take 15 to 20 grand from somebody that makes 100 grand a year. I'm a horrific human being. And this may not make sense to you, but I'm really trying to not be a horrific human being, even while I'm being a horrific human being.
Meaning you're already a little dirty. You're not trying to get more dirty.
I'm never not going to be able to be dirty, I guess. So I'm not trying to. I could be picking them off. I could be doing this to 9 people at the same time. I could be bringing in 150 grand a month conning chicks in this fucking thing. It's easy. I don't do it. I did it because I fucking really was in a bad place. I didn't have another option, because my option is to go into a bank and steal shit. That's been my option most of my life. So I went back to what I know. I didn't take money from someone that was going to be fucking hurting for it. I didn't fucking pick anybody that's broke. In both accounts, by the way. The fucking girl from has 700 Krugerrands.
What?
They're $2,900 a piece, solid gold coins. She has thousands of them, so she mailed me 30 grand worth. It's a sleeve this long. She didn't even fucking feel it. She bought when gold was $300 an ounce.
What did you do for it?
Nothing. Same thing I did. I worked up a story. I created a fucking need for a
flirt.
What?
Did you flirt with her?
No. I don't flirt with either of them. I create a need that requires a crap load of money. If you flirt when they fucking decide that what you did was fucked up and they call the cops and the cops go, he was flirting with you? Now you look like a con man. When they say to the cops, did he flirt with you? Not at all. Not at all. But I think he was ripping me off. Well, that's a shame because he's not even a charity. So what you gave him money, there's nothing you can do. Nothing. There isn't this.
Do you want to keep doing this in your life? Let me ask you, are you still looking at people and trying to size up their homes and shit when you talk to new people?
I don't talk to new people.
Well, you get new people on the boat is what I mean.
I don't look up anybody.
You don't do that anymore is what I'm asking.
No, I don't.
Does Johnny know about it?
Of course. Because he knows that I conned her? Yeah, he's doing it now. That's what's happening. And he's not doing it to be a dick and rip off more money. He's doing it because if I stop, this woman's going to become a fucking weirdo. Do you understand that as crazy as this is, the giving of the cash keeps her from fucking being insane? This woman has this much worth in her life.
She has power over you. Of course she does. She thinks she does. I'm your bossy best friend, your bossy big sister.
Just as importantly, the woman feels like she's given something.
Right.
Okay, this $5.5 million got dropped in her lap. She didn't earn it. She's been a fuck up since she was 13. She's done nothing. She's never had a job. She's never done anything. She just inherited a shitload of money. And she's fucking smoked cigarettes and walked her fucking dog 5 feet a day.
I understand that, but from her perspective, don't make any mistake there. She thinks she has power over you. She says it.
The term confidence man isn't because you ask for someone's confidence. It's because you put your confidence in someone else. This is exactly how the con works. The fact that like she has this much control over the lifeboat or me is why she gives fucking money. And I am in the process of making that fucking go away.
Does it bother you that she talks to you like that?
Everything about it bothers me. Her voice. Worse than anything is her fucking voice. But everything about it bothers me. She's a shitty mother.
Would it be too much to say I'm with Reese and I can't do this?
Well, that's how the bridge ends, kid. That was how this ends. Is, you know what? This is hurting her, and you got to realize that if I got to make a fucking decision, it isn't going to be you. That's the end of the goddamn bridge. In fact, I could probably show it to you drawn out on a fucking journal if it made you feel better.
No, I just wondered if you would eventually say that to her.
The hardest part is getting rid of the person after the con. If you do it wrong,
Especially if it's a long one.
well, every con I do is a long con. And it's not in case later on I get accused of being a liar down the road. Her name is
How long ago did you get rid of her?
Before leaving. If she wasn't a psycho, I'd have kept working her. She had more money. And she sent untraceable, just gold coins. It's unfucking traceable. She FedExed gold coins to my house from South American Krugerrands. $2,600 a piece when I got them.
What were you doing that was making her do that?
Do you really want to hear all that shit? I mean, you want to know what a scumbag I am? Is that going to help?
I don't know. It helps me to put the story together. I always think in concepts, and I don't have a concept of what you would have been doing.
She sent a text and said, I haven't heard from you in 2 days. What's going on? Or no, you haven't been on the boat in 2 days. What's going on? And I said I was working with a local rehab, works with kids. Right? Now, the truth of the matter is, I was working with a local rehab that worked with kids. And for $4,000, the people at the local hospital, if I could come up with $4,000, which was their cost for the Suboxone for the entire place, if I came up with cost, they would just give it to us. I was literally paying wholesale what the fucking pharmacy would pay. Now, I didn't tell that part of the story. I said, at $386 a head, $15,000 would get every kid in the room. Right? $4,000 would get every kid in the room. She sent me 15. I really did put every kid in the room on fucking Suboxone because I'm afraid of.
But you took what was off the top.
I took 11 off the top. And then I found another one. And the other one had male and female, and not one female's mother would sign the fucking document to allow the girl to do it. So I got to do it for about $1,950 out of $15,000. So, but we did put 46 people on medical assisted treatment and feel great about that. That legitimately happened. But I stole a fucktard of that money in the process.
How old was she? Was she married?
She divorced 2 or 3 years ago. She's 10 times crazier than...
Is she pretty?
Oh my God. You're looking. You really need to see.
Yeah, the name was over.
Probably look her up if it made you feel better. She has alopecia, and I'm not making fun because this is the fucking worst thing in the world, right? But and her story is so much worse than another reason that I just couldn't fucking continue to do her fucking story. She's rich, but she's genuinely fucked up. She bought all of this gold because she thought the end of the world was coming and she wanted to be prepared for it. And gold was $300 an ounce. Do you have any idea how long ago that was? This bitch has been waiting for the end of the world since 1989. Her whole house is prepped. She has nothing but food supplies from floor to ceiling. You can't even walk through the fucking place.
Have you seen her house?
No, but I've seen pictures of it. She's got enough fucking food to feed her village if the fucking electromagnetic pulse takes out.
So she's
I'm
nuts.
not kidding you. The village.
And you don't talk to her anymore?
God, no.
Since we've been together, you haven't talked to
I
her?
haven't talked to her since a year before we were together, 7 months before we were together. She scares the shit out of me. Doesn't. At some point, she's going to call the authorities. Yeah, it's a guarantee. The 30 grand, she's going to start getting in her head how much help it could have done, and she's going to call the authorities. And she's in another country, they will come and talk to me. Interpol is a whole lot different, but they can't do a fucking thing to me. She gave it to me. And here's the other beautiful thing. I have receipts for every kid we put on it. Now, you're not going to see the money, but you can see the name of every kid. And if I say to the people, I did this through QuickMD will not give up the fucking records. And QuickMD charges $385.
Why would she come around by that, like now? It's been years.
I don't think she misses a show.
She still watches?
I would assume so. Yeah, and I could be wrong. Maybe it's my ego that says that. But when everybody freaked out like a month ago and I got that stupid fucking request of I should do a show, she's like, all the people that are pissed that you could come on and talk to you. And I'm like, fuck all the people that are pissed at me. When she started rattling off the names, she put... Wait a minute. Who was I talking to? What's the
I don't know.
Yeah, you do? No.
No. It's the one who came to me and said to do that.
The one that was a mod of mine who was in...
Oh, look.
Her. When she requested that I do a fucking show telling all of these fucking people, or letting everybody come on and tell me what a piece of shit I am, and she's like rattling off names like the bitch that just left that hates you so much. Her name's on there, and then she gets... What bitch has she got with me? And she's like, well, her feelings got really hurt when you blocked her. The beautiful thing about it is she's rapid cycle bipolar. Remember how I got? Okay, well, she does that constantly, and there's nothing to stop it. It's not...
How do you know she's not back on the boat under a different name?
I'm sure she is. It's not like I could do to stop that. And I don't care. Here's the thing. I didn't break any laws.
It doesn't sound like you did.
It doesn't make me a particularly good person, but I didn't.
It's not ethical, no.
But I didn't break any laws.
And you didn't break any laws with...
No, even less so. The only thing that makes me sketchy about is that it came from another country, and I don't know how exactly that works. There's not really a paper trail because she sent gold coins.
I was going to say, how could you even prove you got them?
She sent $3,000 on the wire once, and that was just me being a douche. Believe it or not, I was in a casino, and I had just lost a ton of money, and I was walking out of the casino, and she happened to phone me, and I'm just not a good person. But I was in a casino. How long ago was that? I mean, I moved.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know what your plan is, but I don't think it's going to work. I mean, she is attached to you. You know, her whole, I'm worried that now that you're engaged, I'm not going to be in your 5, and am I texting you too much? I can wait till you get home to text you. Like, she doesn't look like she's going anywhere. She's pulling harder. She's clinging more. I'm sure you see that. She really has a problem with us being together, though. I'm glad that I listened to whatever I feel like was my answer from God, because I feel like that's all I wanted from you. I just wanted you to be honest with me, and I appreciate your honesty. I know you're mad at me, but that's what I wanted from you.
And now you know.
I do, and I appreciate you telling me.
Same scumbag I've always been.
I don't know who you were in the past.
You're looking at worked off 2 fucking women for a grand total of about $50,000 or $60,000.
So they're going to come kill me. Johnny said to me yesterday, if you put anything out after they saw the text from me to Alan asking for help, they knew that I was doing something. And he said, if you put anything out, my brother will be on a plane coming for you. Sorry, I was telling Huxley to let the cat out.
Okay.
He has said repeatedly that he's going to kill me. I have spoken to the police. I have some text messages from the last couple of days. I have no doubt in my mind right now that after playing that for the world, they're going to come here. The biggest weakness that I've seen in Tommy ever, just being with him as long as I've been with him, is that he is extremely impulsive. He cannot ever control his emotions or his behavior. And you guys saw that when we broke up and he busted through my door. He cannot control himself. So I have some text messages that I want to show. I've made some notes. There's some things that I want to say. I have not filed a restraining order, not yet. No, I was told by the police that's hard to do when they're in another state. Yeah, I'm afraid too. I'm terrified. I've been terrified. I never wanted to come out with this because it's not worth my life. It's not worth Huxley's life. It's not worth him kicking my door in with his brother and coming to kill us. But what kicked this off was me asking for help and somebody putting it up and laughing about it on YouTube. Honestly, that's what kicked it off. Again, make all the hate videos you want about me. Yes, I cheated on my husband. I think that's clear with everyone. And I lied about it. And I lied about going to see Tommy in Florida. All of that happened. But the next time a woman asks for help, I really strongly suggest that you don't put that out there. Because I really did need help. So to finish this, there's several things. There's several things I want to say. Tommy said this to me yesterday. You want it? Let's do it. I think you might find I do it a little differently than you, which is him taking me out. I said, great, you and Johnny. And he said, I'll not be making a video about you. You have free reign. Say whatever you like. I'll not make a video in return. Not my plan. Of that you can rely. Enjoy. By the way, since you're trying to be vague, I will not be. If this is a choice of a fight, so be it. I'll never make a video about you. That ain't how I'm going to do it. So when I took that text, I thought that's obviously a threat. He's not going to make a video about me. That's not how he's going to take me down. So I have a story that I have to share with you because I wasn't going to share this. Okay. But I need you to listen because if this happens to me, I need it to be known on YouTube. Back in, I think, October, okay, he and I were here together. It was sometime around there before we broke up the last time. I have a maintenance guy named Phil, okay? He's about 70 years old. We left, Tommy and I left for the day to go somewhere, and Phil had to come over. Huxley was at school. We came back, and Tommy always uses my bathroom and he locks the door. He always shuts and locks the door, and that's fine. It's a privacy thing, whatever. He comes out of my bathroom and he says, Phil is doing cocaine on your toilet seat. And I said, what? What? And he goes like this. I just tasted it. He's doing cocaine on your toilet seat. And I said, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Phil is old and he's not doing cocaine. And he goes, well, then Huxley is. And I said, don't ever say that about my child. Don't ever say that. That's not happening. That's not true. So he goes, okay. So this person that he's mentioning in this video sent him $5,000 while he was here. And he says to me, I just got $5,000 from so-and-so. And he went and bought a motorcycle. He went and bought a motorcycle on Facebook Marketplace. I have it here in my shed. And he's here tinkering with this bike every day after that, riding it and coming back. I don't know where he goes. He's behind my shed, tinkering with this bike. And he says, this is insane. One night we were going to do Colton Crims. I couldn't find him. Huxley and I were shouting for him, couldn't find him. He comes inside 5 minutes after we're supposed to start. And I go, where were you? Like, we got to go. We're late. And he goes, I got to go to the bathroom. And I go, okay, hurry up. And the bathroom's right here. And all I hear in the bathroom is, I don't have it with me, but I hear a lighter going over and over and over. And he's trying to start this lighter. And I hear this fuck. And he's getting more and more mad. And it's click, 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 click. And that's all I could hear. He comes out of the bathroom and he goes, all right, let's do this. And I said, what? I thought you had to go to the bathroom. And he goes, I did. Let's go. And I said, what was with the lighter? And he goes, does it fucking matter? And I went, okay, all right. So we sit down, we do the stream. The next day, he is replacing a brake light on the bike. So he's out there tinkering. And he comes in and says, guess what I found taped behind the brake light? And he holds up a bag of white powder, a lot of white powder. And I said, holy fucking shit. What is that? And he said, it's coke or dope or whatever word he used. And I said, get that out of my house. I have a kid. Get that out of my fucking house. And he goes, I'm going to go flush it right now. I never saw it again. He said he got rid of it. I wasn't even going to share this story because it's not, I can't prove it. Then he left a couple of weeks after that, or a week after that. And I started thinking about that story. And I thought, so Phil's doing cocaine on my toilet seat and you found a bag of drugs. Like, both of those things are insane to happen at once. So I went outside to where he was hanging out behind the shed with this bike. And all I found in the grass was a torch lighter. I found a torch lighter. Thanks, Hux. And I clicked it, and it's the kind that's like hardcore. It's not, because I have a ton of lighters all over my house. I thought I had one in here. I light candles all the time. And I was like, this isn't one of my lighters. So I went to the gas station, the only one that's around here. And I said, do you sell these? And she was like, yeah, we sell them behind the counter because people use that kind to use with drugs. And I was like, okay. I still am not convinced that means he's using. I may be naive. I'm not going to say that he is because I don't know the answer to that. The only reason I'm sharing that story with you is because I don't know if he's going to, if he planted something here. I don't know what this text means. Since you're trying to be vague, I will not. If this is a choice, so be it. I'll not make a video about you. That ain't how I'm going to do it. So I don't know if he's planning to frame me and do an anonymous call and say there's drugs in that house, and then people come here and find drugs with a dog and I'm arrested. So I'm putting that out there. I don't know, but I thought I need to share that story because I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means I'm not going to make a video. I'm actually just going to come kill you, or I'm going to set you up. That's another reason I'm actually doing this video, because if he is on some con, if he's in on some con, how do I know I'm not going to be implicated? How do I know he doesn't get caught and go, well, she was in on it too? I don't know what this guy has planned. For the last 6 weeks, I felt like I have been swinging in the dark. Literally, he's been one step ahead of me forever since I found out about this. All I've been thinking with is he's a con man. He said it about 100 times on that audio. I'm a con. The other woman blocked me on Facebook today. So the other woman knows. He told her already. So I'm telling that drug story because I don't know where I need to swing. I'm in the dark with this. I don't know what these guys have planned. But they're both con artists. And he says it from his own mouth. And Johnny said to me yesterday, you're a fucking liar. My brother would never say that about me. And I said, that's fine. I don't have to say it. It's from your brother. But I don't know what this means. And it's very ominous. It's very eerie. I'm not going to take you out on YouTube. I'm going to do it a different way. I don't know what that means. I know that at this point, Huxley and I are in danger. I'm well aware. I wouldn't be surprised if that woman right now just overnight PayPal'd him money and they're both on airplanes right now. I don't know, but I'm expecting that. I'm definitely prepared for it. Let's put it that way. Well prepared. Something else that I want to bring up to cover my bases. He has, this is a very touchy subject, threatened suicide with me at least, probably not 10 times, maybe 7. The last time he was here and we broke up over Aaron, that whole stream, and he left. Do you remember when he left and did that stream in the middle of the night? He called me the next day as he left again. He kept leaving and coming back. He called me the next day from Dollar General. And he said, I just bought some rope and I'm going to be dead in 5 minutes. There's a note they're going to find on my body. And I want you to know that. And I'm hysterical and crying. And I said, please don't do it. Where are you? He said, I just left Dollar General. You won't know where I am. And he called me about 15 minutes later and he said, I got something amazing happened to me. I'm not going to kill myself. Can you please come and pick me up and take me to the airport? And I did. I picked him up. And on the way to the airport, I said, what was the amazing thing that happened? And he said, I found these in my bag. I didn't know I had them. And I said, what is these? And he's in the seat next to me and he goes, a bottle of benzos. And he goes, and maybe 10 of them went into his mouth and he swallowed them. And I said, what the hell are benzos? What does that mean? What did you just swallow? And he said, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it, kid. So yesterday was the date of his father's death. And I'm so sorry for that. I don't even want to bring that up. That's not my business. And it's a serious thing. And I'm not making light of that. He texted me about 4 days ago and said he was going to kill himself on the date of his father's death. And he said he was going to come on YouTube and snort a line and put a needle into his arm. I'm not going to show that text, but I have it. So he uses that to manipulate. When I have notes. I want to make sure that I cover everything because this is the only stream I'm going to do on this. And I don't want to. I mean, I just said weird little things that have come up. Like every time he took a phone call, he took it way outside. And I thought that was weird. These are just weird things that were running through my mind that I've made quick notes on. He always took a phone call outside, far, far away from the cameras. And I always thought that was so weird. And I just wrote that down. And I said, I am upset that he uses God. I have recently discovered God, and he uses God. He used to say to me, you're not a believer. You're going to go to hell, and I'm going to go to heaven, and we can't be together because I am saved and I believe in God. And that bothered me. These are just random notes. And I said, the other thing I wrote is he cannot stand Fred. He hates Fred. And he has said that to me. Stop fucking talking about your dead husband that I can't fucking live up to. Stop talking about Fred. He wasn't perfect. He was a fucking jester. He was a sleazebag. Call him for what he really is. Stop fucking talking about Fred. And it used to bother me so much. And I was like, how am I supposed to... If any of you watched his video yesterday, I made a note about this. He made a personal threat to me yesterday on his video. It was an inside custom threat to me. Only me, and only I would know it. At the end of his video, he went on and on saying, poor Reese. Reese is the biggest victim in all of this. And he said, what was her favorite show? The Sopranos. And he hit end. I don't know what that means. It felt like a threat to me because he constantly tells me he is Tony Soprano. He says it to me all the time. I am Tony Soprano, kid. I'm a fucking mob boss. He says that to me all the time. So that was an inside threat between the two of us. What is it, that show that she likes? The Sopranos. And then he ended the stream. And that was meant for me. And I just thought I would share that because, again, I think it's important to put light on all of this in case I'm murdered. And I think I've never dealt with someone this insane. I've never dated a guy that was this violent or terrifying or unhinged. And I have thought about this in my mind, and I've thought, he won't do that. He wouldn't do that. And I think my gut is telling me I'm going to be on an episode of Dateline. He would do that. They would do that. Johnny called me and said he would do that. So the last thing I'll say, the other thing he showed me in Tucson, which kind of freaks me out, he has like 50 passports in different names. And that I just wanted to share that again, just to shed light on this. The last thing I wanted to say before I say the next thing is I realized something today. I'm glad that troll channel, bully channel doxed me. I'm honestly glad. I believe this was a God thing. I believe this needed to be done. I believe that I was no question led to do this. I have been going back and forth on this for weeks, going, what do I do? I keep doing streams with this guy. And then he sends me insane text messages. I'll just show you some of them. You're going to end up looking like a shit, not me. I've never been hateful. No one's watched me do that. I don't do it. You can't stay out of it. And that's our problem. It's got nothing to do with, and the name is blocked out. You can't shut up about trolls. You can't stop talking about him, and you can't stop fire and back at them. It's got nothing to do with blank. It's got nothing to do with anybody, but you can't handle it. You're never going to talk about something. You talk about people. That's why you're losing subs. It's got nothing to do with anything else. And by the way, you're going to destroy your channel. There's a reason that things are the way they are. You don't listen to anybody. You decided to blow me off 2 days ago, go live without telling anybody. You did it again yesterday. Do you know why you were live? I had 1,000 people in my chat that I could have dumped into yours. You are not a kind person, and you can't even fake it very well. The bank robbing convict is nicer than you. What a shame. You couldn't win a war with me, kid. Go do whatever you want to do, because you're going to end whatever that says. Good luck with YouTube. The world knows you hate people. The world knows you're not kind. The reason that I'm busting my ass trying to bring you in subscribers because you run them off as fast as I get them. There, notice that we both got attacked and you're the only one that's losing shit because I'm kind and you're not. Maybe that hasn't occurred to you, but you're not a nice person and the world sees it. You're not even nice to me when we go live. Go watch how you treat me. Am I done? Do whatever you want to do, blow me up, anything you want. I don't care. I'm done. So to me, that felt very gaslighty. The reason I treated him badly is because I was sitting on all of this. I couldn't go live with him and fake it as well as he could. Now I did, and I'm guilty of that. But he has been threatening me for weeks. And then when he saw the text on that channel, things got a lot worse because he knew that I was trying to talk.
I'll spell this out since you are literally so stupid that you can't figure this out. You are exactly what caused this. You are the problem. You're toxic.
You are so stupid. That's how Tommy really talks to me. And I hate to say this, but it's worse than my ex-husband.
One person about this. I have not talked to one person about this, but see, here it is. This is you, so self-aware. Your jealousy is what it is. It's toxic, and I'm not living with somebody that doesn't trust me. You can't figure that out, and that's why this is something that is a shock to you. Something has changed. You can't trust me. Your text is what changed you, effing genius.
Because of that woman. I can't trust him. That's what he's saying. You effing genius. I'm so toxic. And here's what he has to say about you guys.
Atwood announced to the entire world that I was going to be doing the Royal Order of Jesters on Thursday. I'm going to go and make a video telling the world that we're not together. I guess that's the way it's going to happen. I'm getting every asshole fan of yours reaching out to me to ask me if you're okay. You're ignoring the entire world, which is forcing everybody to reach out to me. So I'll just have to tell them something, I guess. Have a great day.
Every asshole fan of yours, those asshole fans are also your asshole fans. We share a giant audience. Every asshole fan, but I'm unkind. So I started to put this together. Honestly, I realized that I was being gaslighted a lot more than I thought. I really thought this person loved me. And a lot of the trolls and haters are going to go, why did you take him back the first time? Because I thought he loved me. And I'm happy to put up with abuse. Once I found out I was a con and he didn't give a shit about me, that was different. And I haven't been able to sleep well since. After I should have shared this. I'm so all over the place. And I don't usually do these crazy things, how I put them up on my channel. It's kind of cool that I was able to put up audio. This is an audio that I took. It's 35 seconds long. And I thought, I want to ask this while he's still in my bathroom. So I hit record again. And I want you guys to hear this because it's very important to the women.
Have you ever done it with a guy?
Have I? I don't ever do it with guys. Guys become violent. Guys want to fight you if they think that they got fucking taken. Women feel dejected, fucking walked away. They're embarrassed. They don't want to tell their friends. Guys buck up. A guy feel like he got ripped off. He wants to fight you. And if he thinks he can't kick your ass, he calls the cops. Guys are never marks. Unless it's a short con and you're going to get somebody really quickly or whatever. Fake Rolex con or something like that. Where you hand a guy a watch in a parking lot and tell him you need to borrow $500. You give him the watch as collateral. Like those kind of fucking cheap ass cons. You can do that kind of stuff.
He only cons women. And I think anybody who stays with him, and again, this is your choice. I'm guessing when I go check in a little bit, I'm going to have probably lost thousands of subs. People are probably going to leave me too. I don't care anymore. I don't care about any of that. I care about the truth getting out. But I'm giving this to you, and I hope that you'll do the right thing with it. I'm going to show some text messages. I'm sorry I'm all over the place. This is not orchestrated well. I don't usually know how to put things up on my channel, as you guys know. So I'm just going to show some text and we're going to look at them together because this is what I uploaded. We already read that one. I'll not read another thing that you wrote ever. You want to do it this way, have fun. Save your breath, troll. I just blocked you. You tell me how much I owe you. I'll come get the motorcycle. I'll give you cash. Just tell me how much I owe you and I'll come get my watches and bike. By the way, he gave me those watches. And stop texting me, kid. I swear to Christ, I'm done reading any word that comes out of your mouth, troll. Good luck with YouTube. The world knows you hate. You're right. You're 100% right in all of this. Goodbye. I don't really want to hear a whole lot more from you. So you can just send me a dollar amount I owe you. And I said, I'll ask. And I named the person that he cons. And he said, there's a $2,500 motorcycle in your shed. And there's about $10,000 worth of watches of mine that are just sitting there. Let's call it even. And we won't have to speak to each other ever again. Now that part kind of pissed me off because he really does owe me about $4,000. So now I'm stuck with this stupid motorcycle that I'm going to have to try to sell, which I don't know how to do that, but he's right, in order to get my money back to pay back on my credit card. So the watches were gifts, and I guess I have to go pawn those too. That's his solution instead of paying me back. I've lost about 30 subs because I said I was happy with the fact that Trump had shut down the border. I fucking hate my audience. And I said, yeah, I'm not surprised. Even the gender thing. That's another thing I worry about. Casper, he says some controversial shit. Yeah, fuck them all. They are all low info thinkers. I fucking hate my audience. Fuck them all. They are all low info thinkers. Low info thinkers. But I'm the hateful person. The bank robber is a better person. I have been saying that to him for weeks. Stop talking like making up fun of people's genders. Stop doing that. You've changed the way you talk. It's disrespectful. Low info thinkers. I fucking hate my audience. I put that one up there because I thought maybe you guys would want to see that. You had just mentioned that you went in my phone. This is the last text I ever sent you, so don't waste time sending me another one, because if you do, I'm going to lose my mind to get angry, and you're not going to like me. You're going to like me less. And those are all the texts between him and the other person. I want to wrap this up with something. This is a really important part. I see you guys mentioning one thing before I say this part. Q. You guys keep mentioning Q. All I can speak to about Q is this. He talks about him on the lifeboat. He talks about him how he calls him all the time. He talks to his mom all the time. He works with his lawyers all the time. He says that on the lifeboat. I lived with Tommy for like 5 months straight. I've never once heard him talk about Q here. He's never brought him up. He's never talked to him on the phone that I've seen. Now he takes calls outside, but he never comes in and says, I just talked to Q. I've never once, in all the times I've been